So in this video, I want to talk about what we know so far about Season 2, what are the chances, all that kind of jizz-jazz about how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. That's a bit of a tongue tie sometimes for me. This is one of those animes where it frustrates me because it's one of those where it's like, it's based on a light novel. I want to read the light novels, but because there are so many other series out there that I want to read and I just physically am not able to read so many light novels and review them, it's just one of those where I'm like, I have to pick and choose certain series, and this is one of those that I would love to read, but it's just, there's too many. I get a lot of comments, people like, oh, you should read all these light novels, and I'm like, I have to make analysis content, I have to make news content, then I make some light novel reviews. I need some time to be able to do things in real life, so it's just one of those where I love the anime, just wish I had the ability to read all of these types of light novels. And of course, to do with the light novels, the final volume, volume 20, will be coming out December of 2024. So of course, as I upload in this video, it will be coming out next month. Or of course, if you're watching this in 2025, the final volume has been released in Japan and it will probably be coming out soon after in the West. Check websites or check if it's already out, depending on where you live. As far as the season 2 goes, one thing to be very clear, season 1 had a 2-part thing. I made a video talking about how it needed a second season when part 1 came out, and then within an hour of that video, they then announced part 2. So July 2021 was when part 1 came out. Part 2 came out January of 2022. So I just want to be very clear there, because I always get comments where people get confused of what a single season, what is split into. Studios do things differently based on marketing. I definitely think there is a chance for a second season if they want to re-promote the light novels, because if I remember correctly, season 1 didn't cover heaps of the light novels. Like, even though it was 2 cores, the light novels are quite thick and they're quite meaty in the politics and the world building and all that kind of stuff. And so it's one of those where it's like, there is a good chunk of material. I'd recommend reading from volume 1. But it's one of those where it's like, there is an ample amount of material to make a season 2, season 3, season 4, I believe. And so I definitely think there could be a good chance for a second season if it wanted to re-promote the light novels as a sort of, as I like to refer to it, as a last huzzah to kind of get the numbers up now that the series has come to a conclusion as far as the light novel story goes. It's not guaranteed. I definitely would put it as a coin flip, a 50-50 chance. I've seen some animes getting sequels just to re-promote the light novels now that the light novels are coming to the end of their lifespan, or that they're getting close to the end of their lifespan and so they re-promote. It's either they are getting close to their story to the ending of it, or it has already ended in, say, like a year or so later, then they do a second season. Not always the case, but sometimes it does happen. I hope that's the case for here, but I'm not saying that it's guaranteed. And it's kind of funny because where I see where people are talking about that volume 20 is coming out, going to be the final volume and it's coming out December this year, I'm seeing comments like, bro, we need at least, a third season. And it's like, well, we need a season 2 first. So I'm just hopeful that we do get a second season as a re-promotion, because at least it gives us something. But even if a season 2 was to happen, it's even less of a chance that we get a season 3. So it's just, I would personally, if you're a fan that really wants to know the conclusion to the end of the story, I'd recommend reading the light novels. But if you really don't want to, as I said, season 2 chances are a coin flip. So if anything does get announced, you know me, I will definitely announce it on the channel. But if it was to get a season 2 announcement, you will probably be waiting after this volume comes out. So you wouldn't hear anything, at least probably until best case scenario 2025, and then you'd be potentially, I'd say, give it like, I know this is a large window, but at least 1 to 3 years after the light novel finishes. After that, then the chances drastically drop after 3 years. I've seen some light novel series where they finish their story and then it took like 3 years and then it got a sequel announcement, but that's not always the same case. Again, everything is kind of different, and that's why it's hard to kind of do a one rule fits all, but there can generally be patterns you can generally draw from. So if anything does change, you know me, definitely announce it on the channel, and I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you a big fan of the anime? Are you a big fan of the light novels? And what are your thoughts about the light novels? No spoilers, but just generally, have you enjoyed where the story has gone? And yeah, would you love to see a second season? So if you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you beautiful nerds in the next video.